This is Kathy Chase. I wanted to talk about one thing specifically right now. The Chase family are working pretty diligently to try to get me killed. They're not really they have not helped me at all. They're doing the opposite. Evidently, I know for sure, Amber, my daughter, she is a minor. She's only 17 years old. I know she's been sleeping with rock stars. That's how they're getting her encouraged to try to get her mom killed. Amber is a minor. This has been going on for at least a year. One of the rock stars I know she's sleeping with is Nick Hexum Schaefer of 311 to try to get me killed. Now, I know my husband, I'm sure my husband, Robert, has had a gay relationship with Nick Hexum. So, you know, that's kind of disturbing together that my daughter and my husband share the same man. And and even Amber goes around wearing a white matching belt at Southeast. She goes to Southeast High School. She wears a matching belt as Nick Hexum, and she sits there and coughs all the time and like giggles, you know. I know she's sleeping with him, and I have mentioned this, and they think that this is evidently George Bush thinks this is some sort of political move when, you know, he's trying to get me killed or whatever anyways, I know Amber slept with rock stars. I know it's been Nick Hexum, I'm sure, and the presidents are aware of this, and they don't care. That's considered statutory rape. She is too young for that. If rock stars wanted to sleep with my daughter, they could have at least waited till she wasn't a minor anymore. I think it's pathetic. Shannon or Kim has been the one that initiated it. They pick her up at Southeast during the day and have her skip school, or they pick her up at Sears when she's supposed to be working and take her that way. I don't have any watch over Amber now. She's now living with her father, so she could be doing this anytime. But Amber's phone number is 402-499-8666. If you know, to track her. They also used the RFID to get her to have a armpit problem. Well, that was because of a Deborah Winger movie with Jack Nicholson. They did this to chip her about 2 years ago, and she had armpit surgery at NHI on the 15th. Now, they have so much control over Amber. I know they've used brainwashing techniques on her, because these are the same people that tried to kill her when she was in 8th grade, using the Amber song from 311. They may deny that part, but they were going to use her as a human shield back in the 8th grade. She is now a senior in high school. This is how long this crap's been going on. There's nothing legal about it. You can see how the manipulations have, you know, just are ridiculous. The presidents are absurd with what they're doing to my life and my children. Yeah, Amber had armpit surgery. You can see that clearly. There's a document from the Heart Institute on tax day. And I don't know what the presidents are with this tax day and what does it mean to me and my kids. You frickin' chipped up my frickin' kids illegally. You can't do that crap. They're not your rats. You know, I'm tired of this crap. I am so fed up. The government needs to do something about this stuff. I'm tired of it. Shannon Hubert or Kim Lassen, it's one of the two, Shannon Hubert Bartusek, are taking Amber. They're taking her to sleep with people that are rock stars to get them to encourage her against her mom. That's why I've had such difficulties with my teenage daughter. They got her to punch herself to frickin' try to get me in trouble one time. use makeup, like costume makeup, like me and Shannon did when we'd go out trick-or-treating for Halloween, because I knew her since the 8th grade, and she's getting my daughter to punch herself in the face to get me in trouble one time. You know, these people, there's nothing these people won't do. And people around Lincoln know about this stuff. They know that these people have done this. The reason why they use makeup to do this is because I was named after an Avon lady, and Randy's mother was an Avon lady. So this is where they get all this makeup stuff from. And the clown thing, I think that's how it started, with the makeup and the glass in my foot and the circus, you know. I think that's one of the ways, and the other way was Oscar the Grouch, the man who did Oscar the Grouch. And so these people are pathetic. There's nothing they want. They've already, my daughter, you know, when her grade slipped last year, I knew something was wrong. And as I said, this has been going on probably at least since the time she just turned 17. And I have been writing about it, and nobody does anything about it. And I know it's true. You know, I'd like to get the public's help. If police aren't going to do anything about it, and government's going to sit back and let, you know, minors sleep with rock stars, and that's not okay with me. If they could have had a little bit of more respect and frickin' waited until she was of legal age, which she has not been. This is how pathetic this is. The Chase family, encouraging my daughter, looking for ways to encourage and bribe my kids. They bribe my kids with gifts. And Richard Chase is a fucking pig. Excuse my language, but I'm so fed up with the Chase family. I'm fed up with these people. These people will do the dirtiest things and pull the stupidest crap in the newspapers. You know, this is not even legal. What are they freaking doing? And I'm freaking tired of the presidents using non-direct wording to try to instigate my death or whatever they're doing, which is illegal. You cannot do that. This is Kathy Chase. One more thing I'd like to mention real quick is that the people who lived, the Clark family and the Dinsmore family, Jane Clark got remarried to a Dave Dinsmore. Triphead 79, the guy I talked to in 2002, he you know, Triphead 79, the wall, and the courthouse being, the new addition being built in 1997 is what it's written on the wall in the courthouse of 555 10th Street. The Jane Dinsmore, they used to, I don't know, somebody in the neighborhood used to call her Clown Lady, and I guess that's how, something along those lines. Jane Dinsmore, that's somehow I got, that's how that and the clown. I had a clown in my bedroom that was a rainbow clown. He had a red nose with a rainbow type outfit on. It was made out of plaster of Paris or something like that, and he held a red balloon. Well, they released red balloons for the Nebraska football games, as people know. The Clark family lived at 5421 Quail Ridge Circle, and then you got the Chevy Chase vacation movies, Clark G. Griswold or whatever, Chevy Chase. My grandparents, Madeline and Wilbur Robbins, the ones that my grandma was an Avon lady, and there's 3 Avon ladies in reference here. My grandma Madeline Robbins was an Avon lady at one time, and they lived in Griswold, Iowa. Okay, at one point a long time ago, my grandfather Wilbur Robbins owned Red's Meat Market in Escondido, California. So this is where they get the butcher knives and trying to kill me there too, with pacemakers, you know. But yeah, as I was saying, Triphead 79 was Kevin Clark, I think. I had pointed out on Amber's Facebook that there's evidence leading to her talking to 311, members of 311, Nick Hexum. So there is online evidence, as well as there's probably phone information. That's why they keep trying to keep my name on her phone number, but I do not know Nick Hexum. They tried leaving my name on the Verizon account. I haven't had a Verizon telephone ever, not since they switched from Alltel. It's been about 3 years since I've had a phone like that. I've been using a pay-as-you-go Motorola phone, so, you know, a track phone for quite some time. So, yeah, it's all traceable. You can see it. It's right there online on her Facebook. These people play dirty pool. These people play sick. They'll do anything. They're just horrible, horrible, horrible people. And I'm tired of it.